She let her dog do what? Dot 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 exclamation point. I'm scared. I am a little intimidated if I'm not gonna lie to you.
Kanel Tokurazawa is the lowest rated anime I've ever seen. It's
The
about a
lowest
dog
rated?
named Rintin that is a little too friendly with his owner. And
I need to start watching low rated anime, and I'm gonna start trying to do review. I'm gonna try to do reviews like this for y'all. I'm gonna try to find the worst piece of trash to ever watch and make a video on it, and y'all gonna let me know, like, you know what I mean?
make sure to subscribe because I post new videos every other day. It starts out with my boy Rintin walking upstairs to sneak into the pet shop owner's daughter's room. When he gets up there, he explains that he's madly in love with her, but it's only in like a friendship way. Then she bends over, exposing her backside to him, and he's like, "Oh, who am I kidding?" And he starts trying to lick in between her legs.
Okay. How did you find this? I feel like that's what you should do, because we kind of skipped straight into the this is one of the lowest rated anime I've watched. But how did you find this? What did you search up?
My boy's just trying to fuck. But she doesn't let that shit happen, bro. She wakes up and hits my boy with a pillow as hard as she can.
As she
then
should.
She throws an alarm clock at the back of his head, trying to give him brain
As
damage.
she
This
should.
shit's starting to look like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul if it wasn't scripted. I get that anime makes the girl always hit the guy, but like, bro, this is a dog this time, so isn't this just animal abuse? Then she starts taking a shower, and Rintin is like, "When we get married, I'll scrub your back every morning." Hey, yo, Rintin, treat this like a tier 3 Pokemon cell, bruh. Cause she does not want to fuck you. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to see all of my videos uncensored, make sure to go check out my Discord in the Discord.
I don't think I want to see the dog licking the legs uncensored. I'm actually not curious at all on what real footage of this anime look like. I'm not curious whatsoever.
Below. And please follow my Twitch. I'm doing a face reveal at 50k subs. Then she goes downstairs for breakfast, and her mom asks if Rintin woke her up. And Chica says the dog won't ever leave her alone. And her mom says they would make such a cute couple. Yo, what fucking world are we living in?
Yo, who allowed this to air? Animation isn't cheap. Animation isn't cheap, dog. Who allowed this?
Bro, 90s anime was different. Then my boy Rintin starts following Chica to school, and she's like, "Stop fucking following me." But of course my boy doesn't listen and shows up to her school with her. And her friend is like, "Damn, Rintin's here again?" Then it cuts to her gym class.
Again?
And, you know, they're working out. But then my boy Rintin starts staring at her ass. But that's not enough for him. He goes up to her and puts his nose between her legs again.
Okay, look. We might have made a mistake. We might have made a mistake. Someone on TikTok thought you were Trevor Noah. What does that even mean? I think we might have made a mistake, guys.
So she just fluffing punches him in the face. Bro, imagine punching your dog every time he does something bad. Like, this show is completely out of pocket, bro. It cuts to the girls' locker room, and the girls are talking about how Rintin is obsessed with her and how she should give my boy a chance. What am I watching? What person would ever say that, bro?
No, forget that. Why did you keep watching? What was your motivation? Talk to us. Your name's Smooth, right? Snooze. What was your motivation to keep watching? Was it just because you wanted to make a video on it? Or did you have some other secret goal that you don't want to share? Smooth, I'm on to you.
Bro, like, that would never happen. Then her friend leaves the locker room, and she tells Rintin to never give up on her. It's now lunchtime, and it shows people gossiping on how Chica and her dog are a couple. When Chica sits down, the teacher asks if she can talk to her. And you know, Chica says yes, and the teacher's like, "You can't legally marry a dog. Plus, people would judge you for it." And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is the subtitles being off, or the anime just makes no fluffing sense, but the teacher just starts crying for no reason and runs off. Like, shit, I don't know, maybe she was jealous or something. But as she runs off, Chica sees her friend that was telling her to get with her dog earlier, and Chica realizes that she's the one that spread the rumors all around the school. So she's like, "Why the fuck did you spread all of these rumors?" So now Chica gets emotional, and she runs off to the rooftop. She just went up there to think about life, which is when these delinquents come up.
A beautiful plot twist if is Chica just jumped off, she died, and then she became a dog, and somehow Kanel and whatever her name is just met as doggies. That would have been fire.
out of nowhere, and they're like, I heard you like your dog. Why don't you try human? It's way better. Trust me. Bro, then they start trying to grape her. And you know, she's in a scary situation right now, so she screams for my boy Rinton, which is when he wakes up and starts sprinting as fast as he can to her and barks and makes the delinquents run away instantly. And she says, maybe you are reliable. I'll repay you later. Yo, what is that supposed to mean? So he hops up on her and says, hump, hump. And she's like, when the fluff did I say you could do something like that? And punches his ass in the face again.
I would have.
Someone call.
That was a kick, but she kicked the mess out. Oh my, I don't know why we had to get flashed though. Like, we didn't need to get flashed, but she kicked the mess out of that dog.
Peter, bro. Then it cuts to Chica hanging out with some of her friends, and they're talking about how Chica wants to become a dog groomer. Hey, yo, which groomer are we talking about? Then it cuts to them all at Chica's place because they said that Chica can practice on Rinton, but they're like, where the fluff is Rinton? Because he's not in the room. And you know, there's some tired of being abused. Friends, so they yell Rinton and lift up her skirt, and
Yo. What I want to know the planning process for this anime. Who was in that planning room? Who came up with the rough draft? Who came up with the rough draft? Who signed off on it?
Took this guy 2 seconds to show up, and he says hump hump again. And then she hits Rinton again, but like, bro, you should be hitting your friends, bro. They're the one that did that. It's just a poor little dog. And my boy Rinton thinks to himself that he doesn't want to be a guinea pig, so he turns around to leave. But her friends are like, is this how you're gonna treat your future wife? So my boy gets inspired and lets it happen. Bro, this bitch instantly fucks his cut up, bro. So his friends say there's only one way to fix it, which is turning him emo for some reason. Like, I don't get how that fucking help.
He has sex what on his side? What the? Yo, dog. Literally, what is going on here?
And they start violating my boy. Bro, they even wrote the word sex on his back. Like, imagine doing that to your own dog. But they finally start feeling bad, and they said they were just kidding and that he looks good. And that he looks so good, in fact, that Chica might even want to smash tonight. And my boy gets hyped and does a little happy stance.
Someone shoot this dog. Like, he don't even look like a dog right now. Y'all cannot tell me he don't look like a human that has like a dog face on. I'm disturbed. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm slightly disturbed right now. Him standing up is just.
But then they put a mirror in front of my boy's face and he gets hella depressed. And he says he's never getting up again. Then it cuts to them at McDonald's without Rinton this time. And her friends tell Chica that she needs to show my boy some love and not as a owner, as a woman. Then after saying that, her friends hand her a hotel ticket so that she can get freaky with my boy Rinton. Then they notice that my
what world are we in right now?
Like he's about to jump onto oncoming traffic. Then it cuts to my boy and he's like, I'm so depressed, I want to die right now. And he says how he wants to marry Chica and have lots of puppies, but it was just a hopeless dream. Bro, I'm not trying to be a party pooper, but dogs and humans cannot have puppies. Then it cuts back to Chica and her friends, and they're all running after Rinton. And they're like, I'm sorry, please don't kill yourself. Then she accidentally startles my boy, which makes him fall into oncoming traffic. But luckily my boy ducks under the truck and survives. When they finally retrieve my boy, Chica's friends start pressing her. They're like, bruh, he's biting his paws out of stress.
I want him to die.
So you know, Chica feels bad and decides to take my boy to the hotel. When they get there, she takes him to the beach. But then my boy tries to smell a crab like a regard, so she just goes to get some breakfast instead. At the restaurant, she sees my boy has a sea cucumber on his head, and he says it's his friend. So she jokingly says she wants to die. And the waiters overhear this and tell each other to not let her out of their sight, so it will be impossible for her to hurt herself. Then they finally go to the hotel, and Rinton has a sea cucumber in his mouth. So Chica tells him to throw it out, so he goes down to the water. That's where he jumps off this cliff for some reason, and the sign says danger, shallow water. So Chica runs after him as fast as she can, and one of the waiters sees this and thinks she's running up there to kill herself. When the waiter gets up there, he starts saying everything to try to brighten up her mood, and he's like, wow, the weather is nice that we're having, and Schmidt like that, which gets her hella happy because she thinks that he's hitting on her.
Not a single thing. Not a single sound wave that has been hitting my ears for the last 5 minutes of this video has made a single lick of sense. I feel like I'm being harassed. Like someone's taking their little sound wave dingling and just stuffing it in my ear. Walker, this is your fault? Like, kinda, but not really. I blame y'all.
completely forgetting that her dog could be fucking dead right now, by the way. But it cuts to my boy Rintin, and he's chilling, bro. He's alive. He just starts peeing on a squid, and the squid just starts sucking him off, which Rintin said made him.
You see what I'm saying, dog? Like I don't get a second to breathe at all. How did you find this?
Feel alive again. Then it cuts back to Chica, and she's like, this is going well, maybe we can fall in love. But it cuts to his perspective, and he's like, this is going good, maybe she won't off herself. Like, this witch has no idea this guy doesn't fluff with her at all, bruh. Then my boy Rintin ruins the moment and brings the squid to ink her in the face.
He got
so
black
she goes to the
face.
beach to wash it off, which is when she thinks it's the right time to kiss the guy for some reason. But as she's about to kiss him, Rintin brings a seal in front of her mouth, and she kisses that instead.
What a
and my boy
cock
doesn't
blocker.
like her, so he gets a little freaked out by that. And he says he will meet her on the beach later tonight to look at the turtles laying eggs. Bruh, a turtle? You think a turtle is gonna stop someone from fucking killing themselves? No, I'm gonna do it right now. So it cuts to night, and the guy she fell in love with is nowhere to be seen. Then all of a sudden her clothes fall off, and she hears heavy breathing, and she's like,
What do you mean all of a sudden her clothes fell off? That's not how clothes falling
no,
off work.
not there. You know, she feels something in her private parts between her legs. Then
There's
it cuts
no
to the
way.
guy that she fell in love with, and he brought a bunch of people with him. And when he gets to the beach, he sees Rintin on top of her, saying hump, hump, hump. And my boy's in complete and utter shock. He looks like he just saw a sexy man for the first time or something. Then he says, now I understand why you want to die. And him and all his friends run away.
No, I think that might be the end for me. That might have to be the end for me, dog. No. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna title this video, watch it if you dare. Watch at your own risk. Something on the lines of that. Something on the lines of that, because this is stupid.
It's now a different day, and the show time skips. The show explains that she's now going to like this academy camp thing because she was so horrible at dog grooming that she just chose to do this instead. So it cuts to her going inside, and as she's going up the steps, she trips, and right as she trips, my boy's like hump hump instantly. My boy really set a new record for humps, bro. Then after class, Chica asks the teacher some questions, and he sees her blushing and thinks that she fell in love with him. Bro, I'm gonna be real, bro. No one fell in love with your fat ass. In reality, she was just blushing because Rintin was rubbing his nose in between her legs again.
We only have a minute and a half left. We have a minute and a half left. We're almost done. We're almost done, and I don't think this is snooze, bro. I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch another one of your videos, dog. I don't think I can do it. I don't think so, bro.
Again. Then it cuts to lunch, and the teacher tries to give her his food and says it's because he has high cholesterol. Yeah, I bet you do, Tubby. Then Rintin sees this and instantly eats the food, and the two of them get really mad at each other. At night, the academy is doing a test of courage, so the teacher rigged the groups and put himself with Chica. So they start walking in this scary ass place, and he thinks to himself, if Chica gets scared, she will jump into his arms. And right as he thinks that, a black cat jumps near them, which gets them all scared, and instead of jumping in the teacher's arms, my boy got cocked, he down bad. Cause she jumped into my boy Rintin's arms instead of his, and Rintin starts taunting his ass. Then the teacher notices he's getting his bitch stolen from him, so he throws a bone in the opposite direction and runs away as fast as he can with her. But when they finally stop running, Rintin is already there somehow, and the show doesn't explain it cause the show is kind of fucking shit, but they have to collect signs in scary areas for the courage test. Then
the show should explain why the show should explain why the dog is a dog but not really a dog, and then why
when they're wandering around looking for a sign, a snake bites Chica's ass, and they tell Rintin to go get some help, but he's like, nah, cause he imagines the tubby teacher to start sucking the venom out of her ass. But she notices no one's gonna go get help, so she pulls down her pants to ask them if the wound is actually that bad or not. So Rintin just starts licking her ass. Then the teacher gets mad at the dog, and he's like, where the fluff did you just lick her? But then the teacher gets bit by the same snake and runs away like a pussy as fast as he can. Then that same snake bites Rintin, and he says he's hurt, but he's still there to help her. And the students come out because they were actually spying on her the whole time. Yeah, I know, the show makes no fucking sense.
They were spying on her?
And they just all start praising Rintin for how he's so brave. So my boy does his happy pose again. Then the snake bites his dick. The end. Kanel Tokura.
Yeah, nah. Nah, that was a insane trip that I just shouldn't have took. That was a trip with a destination that I just shouldn't have never.